Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse special live recap show because the New York Knicks went to Utah and silenced the Jazz. That's right. The New York Knicks actually went and competed. They played a complete game up and down this roster. I mean, we'll point out some things here and there, but overall, this was they possibly followed up their most humiliating loss, even though they scored 135 points. Their most humiliating loss at MSG on Sunday with their most impressive win this year. Now, if that's because of the players-only meeting, then so be it. Then, Julius, you got to take this team out for dinner every time before a game. I mean, that's got to be what happens. All right, let's get to it. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm doing this live, this recap. For one, we turn around quickly tomorrow. We play against Denver, so I might as well just throw this out there and see if we can get some feedback from you guys. I love hearing from the fans. So welcome, everybody, here. My name is George. I am into the Knicks-Verse, and if this is your first time here, please subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and turn on the notification bell so you're alerted when I actually go live or drop any video. And on top of that, like I said, hit the thumbs up button, but drop your comments. Love the comments. The comments help me understand where you guys are at, what you're thinking about. I learned so much from the unfortunate, the unfortunate result from the Sunday game. I learned so much about the way where you guys are thinking and everything, and it really helps me. Like I said, all the time. It really definitely helps me. All right, let's get to this recap. Here we go. Knicks won 118-111. First time we've beaten a 500-plus team. How does that sound? How does that sound? I actually, it's interesting. We had an excellent pregame live stream with Keese from Sports Vibes TV earlier, and we broke it all down. We thought actually we could steal this game, and that's exactly what happened. But it wasn't a steal. This was a hard-fought, very well, mostly well-executed game, and well-defended. I know we gave up 111 points, but this is Utah Jazz in Utah. So this team can light it up. They have some excellent offensive players, and defensively, I mean, they're right there. So for us to be able to light them up for 118 buckets, that says a lot. And there were so many players that played a key part in this, but the most instrumental person in this game, in my opinion, was the guy number 5 right there. I know you guys might have thought I was going to say Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson is the reason why he got the chance to do what he got to do in the fourth quarter. No. Quickly is the reason Jalen Brunson got to do what he got to do in the fourth quarter. Without Quickly's heroics, Brunson doesn't get his chance to do his heroics. And that's how it should be in an NBA game. The idea that one guy carries you through an entire 48 minutes, I think that's an old way of looking at things. And that is probably going to become outdated as we move forward into the future of the NBA game. There are too many excellent players out there, and the variance of the game is much higher now, especially with a three-point shot, that it takes sometimes several guys to get you there. And tonight, there were many. But quickly, he was instrumental. But Brunson was the one who brought the win home. Beautiful win. Beautiful win. Love the way they won this game. I'm ecstatic about it. That's why I decided to go live. All right, let me see. Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for joining me live. I know it's late on the East Coast. It's midnight there, but man, if there is a reason to stay up at midnight on a Tuesday night, is for a win like this. This is why you do it. Beautiful, beautiful game. So shout out to We Survey 100 People. Thank you so much for showing up, brother. Love it. I'm not going to be able to put any comments on here, so I'll have to read them out, and I'd love to. You guys, I love the chat. I love the comments in the chat. So shout out to you, Maiden Staten. What's up, brother? Big win and big turnaround in the fourth. Oh yeah, tremendous. Bayside Junior, what's up, brother? Wait, are we getting a live or yes? This is a live one. And we surveyed. What's up, brother? Thank you, man. Nappreet Singh, Toppin and Reddish had clutch buckets. Humongous. Dude, there was nothing more clutch than those 2 free throws by Cam with about, I guess, what was it, 2 minutes left? I can't remember exactly, but you guys know the ones I'm talking about if you saw the game. Those were humongous. Yes, of course, Utah came down to hit some more three-pointers. It makes you sweat a little bit, but it was those 2 free throws that he hit that were monstrous. Man, Cam has turned into the player that we all hoped and thought he could be. I've been watching, I know you guys get bored of me saying this probably. I've been watching him since high school. This is the best that he's been playing his entire life right now. Both sides of the court. I am loving this, loving it. Cannot say that like enough. Jalen Brunson, this is why he got signed for this. Because when you're talking about a small point guard at the other end, let Brunson feast. They did. Sometimes he overdid it a tiny bit, but even when he did that, the Knicks still got a positive result. Fantastic. Jericho Sims, incredible effort he gave us. Fantastic game. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to go through the stats, going to do all this stuff. I'm just a little hyped, just getting all the thoughts out at once right now as you guys are joining us here. Let's see what else we got here. Big Task, what's up, brother? I haven't seen you in a while, man. Hey, man. Nick Pride. I'm so relieved, guys, that we won this game, man. Because, I'm going to call it as it is. What I see, I'm going to say it. But I don't like to have to come out here and talk about the negative stuff. I don't. I hate it. In fact, that's probably some of the reasons why I get so heated sometimes, because it's just so frustrating. This was a relief game, and it was a very important one. Very important one. We saw Tom Thibodeau reduce his rotation. He eliminated Fournier and no Grimes, which is odd. I'll get into that a little bit later. But no Fournier, which is fine. I don't think, honestly, giving Fournier some rest is a smart thing. This guy, I think, is just, his legs aren't, and we talked about this in the pregame show, he doesn't have his legs under him. He's played a lot of basketball in the past 16 months, 18 months, maybe even more so. He's played tons of basketball with the international game, like the Olympic team, the Euro basket team. We know what he can do. We know he can make buckets, and he hasn't been doing that because I think legs are not there. And then he's struggling with trying to figure out his role, and then defensively, he's always been a major liability. So I applaud Tom Thibodeau in making the choice to tighten up the rotation a little bit, get a little more cohesion, and, let Fournier sit a couple of games. Maybe Fournier will play tomorrow. I guarantee you Fournier will play tomorrow, which is a smart move because tomorrow's a back-to-back game. Why not have him against Denver? He could do some damage against Denver. So this is it. Lean into the strengths of your roster. You have depth. Okay, so we don't have a superstar. We don't have someone who can light it up at any moment. So we don't have that, but we have its depth. We have quality up and down. So use it to your advantage. That was a smart choice by Thibodeau to sit Fournier tonight. And I assume that he'll be playing tomorrow. The one thing that was odd is RJ. And before I get to that, let me get a little forward here. Let me see it. Oh, we got more people joining us. Awesome. This is great. I love the late night lives. They're rare here on the Knicks-Verse. Might start doing a little more of them. Probably on the West Coast trips, I'll probably do a lot more of them. Jalen Brunson, 25 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. Excellent game from him. I love the way he approached the fourth quarter. He understood. Now, I don't know if it was if someone spoke to him. It doesn't even matter. I don't think he's even the kind of player that even needs someone to come and whisper into his ear about, okay, it's go time for you. Now, he knows it. That's how smart he is. I'm telling you guys, he's going to be one of the best head coaches in the NBA in like 15 years. Guarantee you guys that. Alan Hahn. I know he's talking right now somewhere. Maybe I don't even know what MSG's doing. Jalen Brunson took over the fourth after the Obi quickly duo got the team momentum to open the quarter. That's what I was talking about. Knicks were grinding and got a rare win in Utah. Beautiful, man. All right, so I tweeted this out. RJ's obviously still dragging from being, quote, under the weather, thanks to Mike Breen, who told us that several times. I had no idea. No one mentioned it on Sunday. Thibs didn't say it on Sunday. And none of the players that were interviewed said it on Sunday. He looked, with those close-up shots of him at the free throw line, he looked dead. He looked as tired and sick as I was on Saturday and Sunday. I was dead. If he had the same cold flu that I had, shout out to the brother for even get out there and playing the way he played, because it was debilitating. It was debilitating. And the fact that he's 22. When I was 22, I could run through walls, but still, you're still sick. And we all know about the Jordan flu game, but still, it still takes you down. Should probably not have played this game. Where's Grimes tonight? Why are we so bizarre when it comes to managing injured players? The secrecy with this franchise is downright unacceptable to Knicks fans. That's how I feel. What's the deal? Is Grimes just not, is he not really available? This would have been the kind of game. I would rather, even though when I show you guys the plus minus, you're going to be shocked by the end result of this. Not shocked, but you're going to be stunned by the end result. Here we go. Julius Randle, 15 points, shot 5 of 11, which is decent. 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 6 rebounds, 31 minutes, only 1 assist. Cam Reddish, 19 points on 7 of 13 shooting, 40% from the three-point line. Loved his game and his defense. Superb tonight. And then okay, so look at RJ. 5 of 18, not efficient. 0 for 5 from the three-point line. No, only 3 rebounds. Okay, 4 assists though. 4 assists. Now look at his plus. Okay, well before I go to that, Sims, 5 of 7. I hadn't even realized it, but Breen told us that Sims had not missed a shot all year. Well, he missed 2. Still finished 5 of 7, 13 boards, 2 assists, 11 points. And you can tell sometimes when he gets that ball out on the perimeter, he starts dribbling. He's got a decent handle for a big guy. He wants to do a little something more with it, but he keeps coughing. He keeps giving the ball up. I would like to see him hold on to it sometimes. I want to see him develop that game. He's a good passer. We saw it in the summer league. Thibs even echoed it. He said they see it in practice. We need to see more of that in game. I hope that'll come around eventually. Derrick Rose, 6 points, 3 of 6, 14 minutes. Played. He gave us some solid minutes. He did look a little bit frustrated when he came out of a game at one point. He was going to go on the bike to kind of keep himself warm. Not sure what's going on with him, but he's such a pro. Not really worried about him at all. But look at Emmanuel quickly. 13 points, 5 of 10, 3 of 6 from the three-point line. He hit some monster threes that turned this game around. This game was going south until Emmanuel quickly said, I'm sinking some buckets. And he did it. And he did this one move where he kind of curled into the paint. He was about 7 feet out or whatever. Sideways shot, just beautiful, nothing but net. Fantastic. We need more of that IQ. I love the confidence. Told you, I'm still sick. Let me have a little water here. A little water. All right, shout out to the chat. I see we got El Cid. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Jay Fuego. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us, man. Sheer Brilliance Knicks. Love it. Got a nice little crowd here. We got like over 40 people in the chat. Love it. You guys are all on the East Coast holding it down. Now, we only put up 32 three-pointers attempts. Hit 11 of them. 34.4%. Nothing outstanding, but just enough to kind of keep us around. 47.3% overall from the field. But everybody contributed. Every single player that played scored. Hartenstein was the low-end scorer here, 2 points. Again, fouls. Silly fouls. I mean, come on, bro. Not even fouls that even amount to even stopping a bucket. For the center on a team that's missing their starting center, gotta be a little more wise. You gotta be wise when it comes to what you're gonna do when you're on the floor. Where you're gonna place your hands. You can't even risk that you get called for stupid, silly fouls like that. Definitely at least in the first half of the game. We want you around. Sims also picked up 5 fouls. Now, it was tricky. It was a tricky game to defend, but still, Hartenstein, you could have been a little more disciplined in your fouls. Let's see, where else? What are we going to do here? The plus minus. This is going to tell you guys the story. Look at RJ's plus minus. I didn't even want him to play this game. He did not even play a good game, even though he scored 18 points, which is kind of shocking. 18 points for RJ, 5 of 18, went to the free throw line several times, missed some free throws. He missed, I think, 3 free throws in a row. Ugh. But look, he finished with a +3. Only 2, Cam finished a -7, which is a little surprising to me that he finished a -7, because what I was seeing, his impact on the winning end of this team was tremendous. But he finished a -7. Sometimes that happens. Could it be because he shared the court often with Randall? Randall, who called the team meeting, the players-only meeting. I saw that Tommy Beer tweeted out something about, they should have every pregame or in-between dinner at Cheesecake Factory as a team or whatever. I don't know if that's where they went, but he was making a joke about it. But look, he's the guy who called the team meeting a -12. 15 points, -12. No steals, 4 turnovers, 6 rebounds, 1 assist. I mean, he just had one of those Julius Randle's games, and the Knicks were able to overcome this. That might be the biggest victory of the night. that the Knicks overcame a very poor, inefficient played game by Julius Randle. Even though he shot somewhat decently. What did he shoot? 5 of 11? 2 of 6 from the three-point line? That's not that great, but still a -12. Woo! But look at our bench. Look at our guys. Look at Obi. Look at IQ. Obi +23. IQ +18. IQ gives you 13 points. He gives you 4 steals with those long arms and those crazy fingers of his. He shoots 5 of 10 from the field. 3 of 6 3-pointers. Obi, just 9 points. Why? Because he only played 18 minutes. 9 points, 6 boards. Big board. He got a humongous rebound. Can't remember what was the moment of the game, but man, he blocked this guy out. It was a one-handed one. Tremendous rebound. I think it definitely led to a bucket. It was a key moment of the game. 4 assists for Obi. Only took 4 shots, hit 3 of them. They were all 3-pointers. He's our best 3-point shooter. He's our best 3-point shooter on this team right now. Let's see. All right. Let me take a break here. Oh, man. Thanks so much, CL Kenrick, with a super chat. Love it. Appreciate the support, brother, so much. So CL says, I can't, if you weren't here in the beginning, I'm streaming live from a different software. I can't put in the comments here on screen, but I'll read them out loud. CL Kenrick says, now that's what we call defense. Yes. Utah 5-1 tonight at home. LOL. Alley-oops to Sims. Oh, I love those. Almost knocked opponent down. Oh my God, that one? It looked like it was like a shot out of a cannon. The ball just went. It was incredible. It was over. I think it was in Markkanen or Olynyk. I can't remember who it was. Oh no, it was Walker. It was Walker. Yeah, it was. JB is just clutch. 25 points to lead all scorers. That's how to open a West Coast trip. Yay! Exactly. We have been needing that kind of result when you go out west for years. Rarely get it. And I can't even remember another time where we got off to beating a quality team. I know I trashed Utah, earlier, in the preseason, the construction of their roster. I was like, what the hell is this? But man, that Will Hardy, he got them to play a winning style of play. They got off to a great start, great momentum. Lauri Markkanen playing fantastic. And Clarkson is a 6th man of the year guy. He can shoot from anywhere. They got Beasley. We all know what Beasley can do. They've got some hoopers there. Michael Connolly, he looks fat. He got his zip back. He looked slow last season to me. He got some of that back. He looks good too. And then they got some good, they got Vanderbilt, Walker Kessler. They have quality. They're kind of like the Knicks. They don't have a superstar, but they have quality up and down that roster. And that's why they're winning. No reason the Knicks can't do that as well. This whole obsession with a superstar, yes, I get it. That's what you need to win a chip. But we're not even talking about that right now. We're talking about building towards that. We're talking about creating a winning environment where we get out there where we can win every single night if we play our game. Tonight, it showed that we have that. Yes, thank you so much, CL Kenrick, man. Really appreciate that. Let's see what else we got. Hey, D-Nice, what's up, brother? Made a difference that Evan didn't play. Yeah, but I think he's going to play tomorrow. And hopefully the little extra rest. Look, the guy's a buck. The guy can shoot. And we need three-point shooting on this team. He just needs to be used in the proper fashion. But Tom Thibodeau is such a stubborn, his responses are so slow to what's happening in the game, or even in over a stretch of games. Takes him forever to make moves. Well, not now. This was game 14, and look what he did. Tightened it up, got his team to play. The Knicks are now 7-7. We're back to 500. There is renewed hope in Knicks-Verse. There is renewed hope in Knicks-Verse right now. So we got Lex. What's up, Lex? Thanks for joining me, brother. I appreciate your support so much. Francisco Carrillo. Glad we won, man. Me too. I'm glad we won. El Cid. George, can we share an F-bomb? What a freaking win. That was an excellent fucking win. Love it. That is the way you fucking play this game, man. I was telling my girl here, I was watching this game, and I was explaining to her about the mentality that I would adopt when I was playing, mostly with tennis, because that's where I thrived, but even basketball, whatever it is, and you guys know it too. I'm sure most of you guys are all athletes or whatever, where you get that kind of like that myopic tunnel vision, and you're like, I'm not going to lose. There's no way. You just steal yourself. You're so quiet in your thoughts. All you're thinking is about pure and utter execution and annihilation of your opponent. And that's what Jalen Brunson did in that fourth quarter. He took it down. The IQ, like Han said, IQ and Obi put us in a winning position, but we could have lost that game. We know it. We've seen it happen many, many times. But Brunson came in and said, mm-mm. Now, it worked tonight because Utah has small point of attack guards. Michael Conley's tiny. Clarkson's not that big. Excuse me. Still recovering from that, whatever that was. So it works with that team. It wasn't going to work against OKC. There's too much length there. Too much crazy length. Too much talent. But it worked against this team. And it's fine. Lean into what you got. Now, here's the thing. Next time you're in that situation, Thibs, don't just keep trotting Brunson out there expecting him to have the same result he had against Utah against an OKC. It's not going to happen. It's just literally because of the physical matchups. That's where you as the coach are responsible for putting your players in a winning situation. Tonight, they took advantage of their situation and we won. What a win. I mean, are you guys hype or what? You must be hype. You guys are joining me here. We got almost 70 in the chat. I love it. I love it. We got Jay Fuego. What's up, brother? Brunson owns Utah. Does he? I should have looked up his stats again. Oh, yeah, you're right. In the playoffs, but that was a whole different Utah team. But yeah, you're right. Elias Martinez, good to see you, brother. Drew Licata. Yeah, this team extended Thibs' lifespan by another 5 games. Well, let's hold off on that. Look, this game does not wipe away the horrific stretch of games his Knicks have played recently. I mean, we lost to OKC. We gave up 145 points on Sunday. Should never have happened. Barely beat the worst team in the East, the Detroit Pistons, at home. We were at home without Cade. So, I mean, that's nothing to be proud of. I mean, the Nets game, my lord. The Atlanta game, Oh, I mean, those are humiliating, embarrassing losses. We've been in a bad stretch. We have not beaten a good quality team that was full strength. Full strength. Remember, Sixers, no Harden, no Embiid. Timberwolves, no Rudy. Who else? We got lucky with something else. Oh, tomorrow night, we're going to get lucky. No Joker. Protocols, COVID. I don't know if it's COVID, but he's no protocol. He's not going to play tomorrow night. It's going to be tough. It's going to be second game of the back-to-back. If we can pull that game out, then maybe Thibs' lifespan will have been extended a little bit longer. But the problem is still there. This is kind of like when someone is ill and, I don't want to use, I know, because it's serious life things. I don't want to make bad jokes or whatever, but when you're not doing well and you have like that like day where suddenly, oh wow, I feel better, I feel great, and then the next day you're still just as sick, or you take a downturn that's even worse. Well, when you have a Randall on this team, that can happen at any time. He just doesn't seem to understand how he can transform his role into a winning result for the entire team. He just doesn't get it. Like there was a play at one point. In fact, I took a screenshot of it, and I was freaking out. Here it is. Third quarter, 6 minutes and 58 seconds. We were down 2, it was 68-70. Brunson brings the ball over, and they're gonna give it to Randall against Markkanen on the left elbow there. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you ever call that play? That play is like from 2 years ago, and it worked 2 years ago because he was shooting his mid-range game at an incredible level. That's gone. That's from another era. It's irrelevant now. Why would you run that play here? Get that garbage off this team. I don't ever want to see an ISO play with Julius ever again. And I'm not even kidding. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm serious. There is no reason for it. Why would you take a play that has an expected negative result and choose it as your play that you're going to run? Look, you think Julius can take Markkanen? Well, guess what? He couldn't. Markkanen is 7 feet tall. He's agile, lively. The guy can block shots, and he's committed to defending. In that particular play, Randall couldn't do anything. He had to just pass it out, and I think it ended up in a shot clock violation at the end of that. So those ISOs gotta go. C.O. Kendrick comes in with another super chat. Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. Yes, I'm very hyped. Still upset that OKC scored 145 points at MSG. Oh, man. I feel bad for any of you guys that were at that game. I was disgusted by it. And if I had been there, Jesus. We should defeat Denver Nuggets tomorrow. Look, without the Joker, we should. If we play the way we played tonight, tomorrow night, the Knicks will be 8-7 by the time I go live again tomorrow night. If I go live. I'm not sure I go live. But by the time the game ends, Knicks will be 8-7. And Knicks will be a plus 500 team. And we will have beaten another plus 500 team. That is something that'll be eye-opening. That'll start confusing the NBA. The first thing I said when this game ended was, the result of this game is going to confuse the NBA. But no. If we win tomorrow night, then we will confuse the NBA. Such a weird team. Let me take a moment here, talk a little bit about something. I'm not of that mindset that thinks the Knicks just don't have quality on this team, and that's why we are what we are. I don't believe that at all. We have lottery picks up and down this roster, and we have quality picks in this roster as well, like IQ, Grimes, Sims. We have one of the best three-point shooters in the game. It's not even debatable. Fournier is right there. We have supposedly one of the best coaches in the NBA, 2-time Coach of the Year. So this idea that we don't have enough quality on this roster to compete for a playoff spot is bullshit, and it's a fucking cop-out. It's a fucking cop-out. So I'm not going to accept that. This team should beat other good teams. You're not going to beat them every time. If a better team plays their game, they're most likely going to win against these Knicks. That's going to happen. But if a better team plays an okay game, the Knicks should win. The Knicks should win. I'm not going to let them off the hook. I've said it before. They underachieved last year, and this roster is better than last year's roster. So don't come at me. That last roster won 37 games. You're going to tell me that this is a trash team? Nah. Has the perception of the roster been devalued by the way that the players have been utilized? Yeah, that is true. Well, maybe we saw the players stand up for themselves. Maybe Julius did a good thing. Maybe this is the best assist he's made all year, was calling that players only meeting. Look, our arguably best player, he actually is our best player, RJ. He hadn't looked right to me. I was like, what's going on? And then Breen said it many times. He's sick. He was sick. He's recovering. He's under the weather. It wasn't anything COVID, but it's probably whatever I have. Look, man, you can rally for like a nice 30-minute stretch here and there, but eventually you get all like lightheaded. You can't focus great, and you make mistakes. You could see it. What was that one play he did in OKC? He went in the right wing, and he just threw the ball up, and he was falling down. That's like RJ from like early last year, or even his rookie or like 2 seasons ago. RJ had like eliminated that from his game. He's actually made better choices as he approaches the rim. So that he kind of reverted back, and that could be because he was not feeling that great. So it's nice to see that the team can overcome this type of situation, but we've really got to start embracing the fact that this is not a Randall-centric team anymore. But his players only meeting that he called, like I said, could be the best assist of the year. We got another super chat. Thanks so much, Keith Watkins. What's up, brother? Just a small contribution, great content. I appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. I appreciate all the support of all you guys. Seriously, look, if it wasn't for what we have here, I'm not just talking about here. I'm talking about the whole entire fan base, everything that happens. I watch Knicks Fan TV, Knicks Film School. I love Macri, CP, everybody. JD and I are really good friends, and of course Keith. We're a family. We really are a family, like Ron used to say. So we got to stick together, and we can't trash our players when they're trying their best, but we cannot let them off the hook when we see them dogging it. That's the viewpoint that I have here, man, about it. Let's see, we got Josh Smooth. What's up, brother? They benched Fournier. Perfect. They did. They had to. But I expect him to get a chance tomorrow night. Because look, I don't know how RJ can bounce back tomorrow after the game. He gutted this game out. The guy gutted it out. Shout out to him, man. But it wasn't a great night for him, but he still ended up with a plus minus. And we know what Randall and how he ended up. All right, where are we at? I'm not even sure how many minutes are we going. All right, I'm gonna sign off soon. It's late for you guys. It's late for me. I'm gonna eat a late dinner. This is the best win of the year so far. This really is. And the thing that's most encouraging about this win is that it's replicable. Can easily chunk. May not mean you win, but you can replicate this type of effort. Especially, you saw it in that first half. The Knicks were scrambling. They were all over the place. They were trying to suffocate that Utah perimeter. I love that. Now they don't have a beast down low. I know Olynyk, I love his game. I actually asked for us to trade for him a while ago, 2 years ago or whatever, because we needed that stretch 5 or whatever. So we have Hartenstein now, which is fine, But he's not Olynyk in terms of his 3-point shooting. But this team can replicate this result every single night. It comes down to effort and execution, and and strategizing. So like I said, tomorrow night, let's see, we're going up against Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. Who's a killer, 6'10", can literally 6'10", might be the best shooter in the entire NBA. So it's going to be a challenge. We struggle, like we saw with Kevin Love. We struggle with tonight. We were able to deal with Markkanen. So if we apply the same type of defensive strategy against MPJ, because we're not going to have to deal with Jokic. If Jokic was playing, it'd be a different story. But he's not playing. So if we apply the same type of strategy tomorrow night, like that we applied to Markkanen tonight, to MPJ, and then just try to figure out a way so that Brunson doesn't get into foul trouble, doesn't get abused by Jamal Murray. Maybe we see IQ come in a little earlier into this game. Or maybe we see that's the thing, it depends on how RJ's feeling tomorrow. Maybe we put we split time. We throw Cam at Jamal Murray. I'm talking about that first starting unit. There's definitely things we can do. We can definitely win the game tomorrow night. We can win the game tomorrow night. We could be 2-0 at this time tomorrow. Let's hope. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, man. I appreciate it so much. Love you guys. Shout out to Lex. Shout out to We Surveyed 100 people. Jay Fuego. Drew Licata. At this point, Brunson is Mike Connolly's father. Yeah. He's his daddy. That's for sure. All right, everybody. Peace. Love you all. Appreciate all the support. Let's keep this positive mojo going. And I will see you. Oh, yeah. I'll try to do a pregame show. I'm going to try to do a pregame show tomorrow as well. Hopefully I can get Keith out there. Maybe I can drag Foxy out. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can have 3 of us going. See what we can do. And I will see you around the Knicks-Verse.